We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.
When I call that person back, they tell me something that is even stranger. They say, look, I again am the messenger here. What I was told from somebody that's pretty high up at the White House is that Emmanuel Macron is holding up negotiations to end the Russian and Ukrainian war unless you stop speaking about his wife. And I'm just going, what? What are you saying? What are we even speaking about? What do you mean negotiations between Russia and Ukraine? I'm just like, looking into a story at my house. I've got a very small team here, and you're telling me that somehow negotiations are being held up and it needs to be communicated to me. They got to stop talking about Brigitte. What are we saying? And then I'm asking myself in my mind, because I hang up this phone and I am in true shock. Did Emmanuel Macron pretend to fly into DC under the guise of negotiations, the Russia and Ukraine war, and then instruct someone on his entourage to have an off the books discussion, a little meeting on the side, maybe somebody again, like a Susie Wiles, where he made his truer demands? Like, hey, this is for the pictures. Me and Trump, we're talking about you. We're going to get it done. And then what really goes on behind the scenes is like, we're not doing anything until that little podcaster, Candace, agrees to shut her mouth. What? This is crazy. This is absolutely insane. Okay. So we ended the conversation. I say, I'm going to sleep on this. It's a lot to process. I remember I get into bed and I just turn to my husband and I say, no one will ever believe us. Just something that just arrived at me very suddenly. I said, no one will ever believe that this just took place. And my husband's like, yeah, no. This is just very, very strange. And I promised the individual that I would pray on it, that I would think further about the situation. What are the implications here? And I then call him back the next day and I say, look, this is pretty weird. You have to admit this is pretty weird. And you're not really giving me any details. And I kind of want to know who specifically you spoke to, because I think it kind of matters. Is somebody trying to do a side deal while Trump is doing a different deal? And at that moment, he's honest and he says, no, President Trump was on the phone too. And I go, oh, are you kidding me? You didn't tell me this yesterday? That there was some sort of a conference call and President Trump is on the line? You didn't mention it? I go, did you lie to me yesterday? Were you trying to pretend that it was like a third party person? And he says, no, I didn't lie to you. I didn't lie to you. Like, I got a phone call and I obviously in the background, Trump communicated something to me. So he was there when the phone call took place. And I'm going, what the heck is going on? Literally, what is happening right now?
Do you believe that Candace Owens is telling the truth, or is she capping? Is she lying or is she flying? Is she being genuine? Y'all let me know what y'all want me to know. We're going to have a conversation about this. Thank y'all so much for pulling up, guys. I really appreciate it. My name is Van. This is The Morning Vantage, episode number 54. Welcome to the LFR family if this is your very first time. Thank you so much for clicking the play button. Hopefully you hit that like button. For that is the only price of admission for our live streams is to simply hit the like button and watch the video all the way through. That would be absolutely amazing too. Shout out to all you guys, all of my blues. Y'all are absolutely dope. I see some people saying that she lost her mind. So let me just say this. All right, first of all, if my wife was this right here, if this was my wife, and okay, I'm trying to be careful here because I don't want to disrespect anybody's partner whatsoever. I don't even think this is this even his wife? Is this his wife? Really? Is this the one that slapped him or scratched him before he left out of the airplane that day? I believe one time Candace Owens said she believes this is his father. And the story is wild. The story is wild. So Candace is saying that this is his father. This is not his wife. And this is his wife. This is both. Okay. I'm saying I'm messing it up. Let me play it to y'all so that y'all can see it for yourselves, because this is absolutely nuts. Sorry, guys, for starting the live stream a little late today. I will say this. I am extremely thankful, man, and full of gratitude for God blessing me with another day. Such a unique day that I have not seen before, will never see again. And I give God all praise, glory, and honor just for waking me up on this side of heaven and blessing me with a home, a wife, children who are doing well, in great health and good health. Even Van Jr., that's not really in the greatest of health. Don't know if you know, but Van Jr. has MS, and he's been suffering with it for years now. But he's doing well. He's taking care of himself. He's getting all the treatments that he needs. But God is absolutely amazing for the highs and for the lows in our lives. I give God all praise. I know a lot of you probably don't believe in God, probably in the same way that I do, but I'm one of those people who are head over heels for Jesus Christ, the Lord, my Savior. All right. So if you hear me talking about God and I cringe, I make you feel cringe or something like that, feel free to close your eardrums just for a second and then come back when you say, okay, he done talking about all this God stuff. All right, back to this whole thing with Candace Owens. What do you guys think? Please let me know in the comments how y'all feel about it. She actually said this in one of her videos before, and I know a lot of y'all are saying that she's lying, but check this out right here. In this video, she says that you just hear it for yourself. And again, welcome to the show, guys. Hit the like button, share this bad boy. We're going to have a good conversation. Right after this, we're going to talk about Elon Musk and how he's trying to shake up things. He's, I don't know, he's starting to think that he's more than he is. And listen, we should all believe in ourselves and understand that we carry a certain power that was bestowed upon us, every single one of us individually. We have a talent, we have a gift that God blessed us with, but talents and gifts that God blessed us all with for our contribution to this nation, to this world. But Elon Musk, he's going through something right now. But let's go ahead and continue with Candace Owens. If you haven't seen this yet, let me know what y'all think about this. And good morning, everyone. Let me know where y'all are watching this morning.
Yesterday, I received a letter, and I would say that this letter plausibly changed the trajectory of this year, certainly for me. What was strange about this is that when my lawyer was able to determine what it was and who it was from, this was atypical because it was not a lawsuit and it was not a subpoena, but it was a strongly worded letter, essentially a legal threat. And people don't typically use process servers for legal threats. Even stranger was who it was coming from. It was coming from a law firm representing current sitting president, Emmanuel Macron, and his wife.
Now, keep this in mind, guys. The last video we just now played was Candace receiving an actual phone call from somebody who was on a conference call with President Trump. And they were saying that they had an opportunity to potentially dial down the heat a bit on the Ukraine-Russian war. And this French president had a lot to do with it. But one of his points of negotiation was, we will not move forward unless Candace Owens stop talking about my wife. All right. Now we go back to this video right here of Candace Owens, where she was doing some investigative journalism, where she had many people boots on the ground looking into this. And the president himself went to his lawyers, had his lawyers contact Candace Owens directly, letting her know that you need to stop. You need to keep my name, keep my wife's name out your mouth, the same way Will Smith told Chris Rock. Right.
Brigitte Macron. Okay. Like I said, this is insane. I don't think this has ever happened in the history of the world. Plausibly, you don't hear about a foreign leader currently sitting in power, sending around legal letters to people that are sitting in other countries, no matter what that person is saying. But it's going to get so much more crazier than that, okay? Because there were a lot of odd things about this letter. First and foremost, they strenuously requested that I not publicize it. They did not want me to publicize this letter all over it. This is not meant to be publicly disseminated. Okay, you have no legal right to tell somebody that they can't share a letter that they received. I'm sorry you sent it. I have a right to share it. And I'm going to tell you my suspicion about why it came across as they wanted to keep this rather hush hush. But apart from asking me not to publicize it, they get into explaining to me how I am engaging in types of defamation. I'm going to show you this letter because the story behind it is even crazier, okay? So first and foremost, they are addressing statements, the bulk of this letter is addressing statements that I made last March. You're probably wondering in your head, why would they send this letter, which was addressed on December 3rd? That part is even crazier. But aside from telling me not to publicize it, they tell me right at the top that it's really none of my business whether or not Brigitte Macron is a man or a woman. Like, she doesn't have to answer that question. Here's what it said. I'm going to read you this verbatim. It said, this disinformation campaign is almost entirely based on a negative. Mrs. Macron has not provided definitive proof that she is a woman. Therefore, she must be a man. Not only is this an inherently unreliable basis for a claim, but also, and this is in bold, Mrs. Macron does not owe you proof that she is and always has been a woman, because frankly, it is none of your business. It is arrogant, self-centered, and truly offensive to believe that you are owed evidence of another's sex, gender identity, or sexual orientation. And additionally, it is defamatory to call someone a liar when they rightfully choose not to give in to your demands. Then it says, make no mistake, there is no shame in being LGBTQ+, but your accusations go beyond that. Okay, so right at the top there, again, what I've said to you that always struck me as odd about this story is this has been going on for...
Now, Candace Owens, this was an official letter sent to her by the lawyers representing the president of France. So if you believe that she received those official letters trying to mute her, trying to shut her down, trying to censor her, why wouldn't you believe that they say, you know what, this is enough. Enough is enough. Trump, you're going to do something about your girl, or we going to do something about her. Like, we going to shut her down if you don't shut her down. What do y'all think actually happened with this? Because I'm just now looking into this. Usually I don't give a damn about stories like this, but this is extremely interesting to me because we all realize that she did some crazy journalism when it came to Kamala Harris. She deep dived more than anybody that I ever seen deep dive into Kamala Harris's family. She went out and found her aunts, her uncles, her grandparents, she found out where they live, what they look like, pictures. She found her old neighborhood and the grass that Kamala talked about. And a lot of us was on that, like, yeah, thank you, Candace, give us more. And then she actually deep dove on this whole story with President Macron's wife, and came back with a lot of receipts, and we believed it then. So why is it that we don't believe it when she's being talked about in conference calls, in official conference calls with our president? I mean, the young lady has reach. Think about it. When she goes live, when she live stream, when I live stream, I got a couple of hundred people up in here, which is absolutely amazing. Love you all. And please make sure y'all hit the like button. That really helps the algorithm. When Candace Owens live streams, she has like potentially 100,000, like more than that sometimes. And I mean, on average, she probably keeping in probably like 50 to 60,000 people in her live streams. She is a huge voice in our nation. And the type of information she puts out there, people hold on to. So what if this is actually factual? You know what I mean? What if she's actually telling the truth? Let me know what y'all believe about this. So some of you are saying that you guys lost respect for her for some things that she's done. Let me see. She owns a company that investigates internet users. Okay. All right. Elon is not lying about Trump. Okay. All right. We talking about Candace. Slow down. Slow down. I'm trusting my institution. I unsubbed from her channel. Okay. So a lot of y'all have given up on her. Okay. All right. So let me read this one right here. LFR family, trusting a lying puppet of British MI6 like Candace really hurts your credibility. If she was a white man, you would not continue trusting her. Huh? Okay. All right. I don't fully understand that message, but okay. Thank you so much for the message. I appreciate it. Let me see. Because she's been wrong too. Just because she's right multiple times don't make her right all the time. You're absolutely right about that. She proved that Harris was lying about everything about her family in Jamaica, which she did, which should give her some grace, right? Like if she did that type of journalism and she provided us with some facts that could have potentially swayed voters in the last election for president, why don't y'all give her that same credit? Like if she was integral enough for you to listen to her then, why aren't you listening to her now? That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm just asking these questions because I see you guys saying that she's a liar. She don't stand on anything. I stopped watching her and all this other stuff. And I know that a lot of y'all have been big Candace fans for a minute. So let me know what's going on. Officer Tatum, that's your girl, man. You let us know what's going on. I would love to know. This is really interesting to me. It's really interesting to me. Because I'm still a Candace fan. I just don't watch her shows. I don't watch a lot of her shows. So when she's this video of her, I saw that somebody else posted this on X. Someone by the name of Dom Lucre. He posted this just as just saying, yo, have y'all seen what Candace said lately? What do y'all think about this? And I looked inside the comments of that, and people who once supported Candace are going in on Candace like she's full of hype. My question is this: are y'all going against her now because of what she's been on the tour saying? Like when she was on Piers Morgan, and she's saying that Trump is bought and paid for when it comes to the Iran and Israel war. Is that the reason why some of y'all are backing away from her? Because she don't stand by him with regard to how he's handling this international situation between Israel and Iran? Could that potentially be it? And now you just don't believe anything she says? If that is the case, let me know. Look, I will understand it. I will understand it a little more than people just completely making a left turn on her for no reason when before you held on to every word she put out there. So let me know if that's the case. The fact that she's bailing on Trump. She still says she's MAGA. She says she's real MAGA. The MAGA that put America first, not the MAGA that put other countries and other nations first, but she's not trusting in the process. So is her not trusting in the process losing credibility? Is that one of the reasons why some of you guys are saying that we don't rock with her anymore? We turned away from her. We unsubbed. We no longer follow her. She's ignorant. You know what I mean? Is that it? Because come on. I see a lot of people saying she's ignorant. She's not ignorant. Come on. She's not ignorant. This young lady, she's smart as hell. Her ambitions, look, she's trying to get to the top. She's trying to go. She has certain ambitions that make her do and say certain things. And I don't know. I'm just now learning about her. So that's why I'm talking to you guys about her. Y'all have been supporting her for a long time, longer than me. Way longer than me. I didn't start supporting her until probably like 2.5 years ago. Yeah. I was with the rest of Black America who was canceling her. I didn't know nothing about her, but I knew that she had conservative talking points. And being that I was a Democrat, voting blue no matter who, really no matter who, we did not care as long as they was the Democratic nominee. That's how we voted. I didn't pay attention to Candace, but I knew that she was more objective than other Black people that I watched on the internet. And when I say more objective, I mean she was more accepting of other ideals and ideologies than I was used to, right? If that makes any sense, right? So yeah, let me see what you guys are saying. We got a couple of super chats just now came in. Sugar Shane, I reached out to Sheldon Daniels to get back on your show. Thank you so much, man. What'd he say? Is he coming back? Thank you, man. Candace told U.S. troops to go AWOL. That's treason. She did. Now, thank you so much for this super chat. Now, she actually did. She said that if you feel like you're going to be taken advantage of and that this is not your war and that you should not have, if you receive instruction that you have to go and do anything to Iran in the name of Israel for our current President Trump, then you need to just go ahead and get a dishonorable discharge and say that I'm not putting my life on the line for somebody else. So she actually did say that. For that, Candace, come on, that's trash right there. You don't do that. These people, they made an oath. These are the people that's going to defend us from domestic and foreign terrorists. They are here to make sure that they protect our country from all over the world. Like, we have stations everywhere. So this is a time for us to stick together rather than, sending little dog whistles or virtual signaling to these military men and women that they don't have to stand by their president, who is their commander in chief. Like, no, when orders come down, y'all do what y'all got to do for the country. That's how that works. You can't tell them if you don't like this and if you don't stand with America, then you can go ahead and get a dishonorable discharge. No, it don't work that way. That's why you are not in the military. Like, you don't go there and say, I'm just going to do it if I like or if I agree with the way we do things. No, that's not how you do it. What if a child try to tell a parent how to raise them? It don't work that way. It does not work that way. All right? We have no choice but to trust our parents for at least 18 years and do what they say and how they say do it. Hopefully they do things the right way. All right? Our president is the commander in chief. If he says that we're going this way, then we go that way together as American citizens. You don't tell anybody to dishonorably discharge simply because they disagree with the president. That's not how that works. But I only brought this up because this is a huge story right here. What if she's telling the truth? What if she actually has that much sway that the French president has to talk to our president and ask him, yo, Ukraine war, I can help out with this, but you're going to have to muzzle your girl. You're going to have to put a muzzle on Candace, because if you don't, I can't do nothing about this. I can't do anything about this. Not going to change my answer. So I don't even know. What was your answer, Eric? Eric Winslow. Let me see. All right, so this is from Uplift by TW. What's going on, Uplift by TW? Good morning, young lady. All right, so she got fired because she disagreed with the way the people of Palestine were being unalived. So then she expanded in her research after she was fired to show the truth behind Israel. That's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to do. She was being told not to talk. She was fired in a way of being, she was muzzled before and was fired that way. And then she used YouTube for what she can use. She used the internet for what she's supposed to use the internet for, to continue to put her message out there, continue to do her journalism, to continue to do her research, and continue to let people know that no, I wasn't being biased or egregious with my research. I was simply putting out the truth. And the company I worked for did not appreciate that, so they got rid of me. That's wrong on any level. That's wrong. So when she continued her journalism, her research, her own independent investigation, she saw that she was actually right in telling the truth. And a lot of people who followed her started to see that as well. That's how she grew her following so fast, so quickly. One thing that I love about Candace, and I have to say this, is that she's an actual free thinker, right or wrong, good, bad, or indifferent. She is a free thinker. Now, some people are saying she's controlled by the British. Some people saying that she gets her marching orders directly from her husband, who is controlled by the British, or whatever the case may be. I'm not going to get into that because I don't know nothing about her husband, her personal life. I don't know, nor do I care. All right, nor do I care. I'm trying to figure out how we are at this point. Why is she so internationally respected and feared that her name comes up in private phone calls with the president? If you believe it, I believe she has the reach. That's just me. Let me see. I think she was saying she wouldn't blame soldiers if they AWOL because of feeling that way. Yeah. So, Ann, I believe that is what she was saying. She's saying, I wouldn't blame you if you got a dishonorable discharge but that right there, her saying that is a little reckless. It's reckless. But I understand. I get it. I get what you're saying. You're saying she, as a woman who never decided to join military herself, said, I wouldn't blame you if blah, blah, blah. Well, that sets her out of the conversation. You're no longer in the conversation. You never gave your life over to join the military or anything like that. So you can't make that. You can't make that that assessment. You can't even comment on that. Like, I wouldn't blame you if, well, you're not in the conversation, young lady. You never even gotten close. Your husband hasn't gotten close. So you can't talk about that. Because she's speaking from the position of a safe citizen, a safe intellectual from behind a camera and a microphone. You can't talk to military people. You can't talk to the military and tell them what. You can't blame them if they do. Like, you can from a podcasting point of view, but her reach is a little dangerous when she does it. Does that make sense? That it's dangerous if she does it? I don't know. Maybe I'm off. I don't know. I've been wrong before, but feel free. So let me see. Army wife, Army mom. Candace has no right to tell soldiers that. To throw their whole future away? You sit your down and shut the hell up. Hey, pure blood. Hey, pure blood. Pure blood went in. She said, you have no right. This is somebody that's locked in. She understands patriotism. So, Candace, yeah, fall back. This lady understands. Yeah. So, I mean, this is why I wanted to have the conversation. I just wanted to see if you guys believe that it's cap or it's true. In my opinion, I honestly don't care, to be honest with you. I don't care if she's talking about the daggone the French president's wife. If you got an ugly ass wife, you got an ugly ass wife. It is what it is. That don't mean she's not a good wife. That don't mean she's not a great person. You know what I mean? I think that she could potentially be a phenomenal human being, in my opinion. Let's look at some of these comments that come from X. Why would she lie? Have you ever known her to lie? I'll wait. Well, there you go. Cherie said, have you ever known Candace to lie? Have y'all ever known Candace to lie? Let me know that in the comments. Have you ever known Candace to tell a fib just for the sake of ratings or likes or comments? What has she been clipped up off? Like, has she went out there and had a debate and put information out there that was wrong? Katarina says yes. Katarina don't like her. I don't think so. If it is real, it looks bad for the French president. You can't help Russian and Ukraine reach a peace agreement because some podcaster in the U.S. makes funny claims about your wife having a penis. Sounds like a weak excuse. All right. So yeah. Katarina says yes, she has lied before. She has lied, and I don't trust her. That's what Katarina says. Yeah. So even Uplift by TW is saying that his father slapped the hell out of him on a plane that one time. Let me stop. All right, let's get to our boy. Hold on one second. We're still on it because y'all are something. Let me see. Nah, she sits there and says, I am passionate about free speech. But as soon as Trump or the Trump administration comes to her and tells her to stop talking, she folds. Why? Because she supports Trump. Okay, Samara Dolce. You got fancy name. Samara Dolce. She got fancy name. I think she is being lied to. I'm not sure why anybody listens to her anymore. Gary, man, you got to go to her channel sometimes and check it out. She does some real investigative journalism. She does what a lot of these content creators won't do. Right or wrong, she does. And she got the boots on the ground. Like she would get her audience to go out there and pull real information. Then they will confirm that the information is real before she broadcasts it. You got to respect that just from the mind of a content creator. Like she does that. She does something that a lot of these people are not doing. So look at Uplift. Y'all are the same ones watching CNN and other shows that's been liars and proved liars through defamation suits. So yeah, y'all are, listen, they coming with it today. Let's see here. Candace is a savage in the good way. See, we got some people who are rocking with Candace. This is half and half on this joint today. I would say 50% of you are standing with Candace and 50% of you are not. That's just as looking like. What's up, MJ? WTF for real? She does do her homework. Got to respect that. And that's where I come from, MJ. Bro, she does her homework and she stands on it. Like she don't do it half-assed. She stands on it. I came across this conversation that she had with a young lady, and I want to show this to y'all because this is the type of things that you're not going to see a whole bunch of other people doing. Like, and then we're going to have this conversation with about Elon Musk in a moment as well. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. This is the Candace we're talking about. Y'all call her a liar, but she stands on two. I would love to see any one of you debate her or have a conversation with her. As a matter of fact, how many of y'all have the balls to go toe-to-toe with Candace Owens? With the information that you have, if you're calling her a liar, if you think that she shouldn't be telling our military to go AWOL, and if you think that she's flip-flopping on Trump and she need to shut the hell up, fall back, take a seat, have a Coke and a smile, however you want to say it, how many of y'all will go toe-to-toe with Candace like this young lady did? Hit the like button if you haven't already, gang. I'm sorry, if you got many dinglings inside you, you are worth less as a human being. Yes, you are. Why does this have to do with being free in your sexuality? If you're juggling multiple dinglings, and men, if you're juggling multiple vajayjays, then guess what? You are devaluing yourself, and you are less of a man, less of a woman. Sorry. All right, let's go. So they fact checked her. They says there's conflicting research on this topic. Pew Research found that a higher percentage of adults want a career or close friends to be fulfilled compared to kids or marriage, while the Institute of Family Studies found married men and women are happier than their unmarried counterparts, largely because they have a family support system. Candace Owens is arguing with this young lady to value herself enough to give herself to just one man and establish a family, to start a family. I cannot not like her. I'm sorry. I cannot not like Candace. Like I want her to not put her foot in certain situations where it shouldn't be, but she is on a platform trying to tell this young lady that you are devaluing yourself when you're just out there willy-nilly doing whatever you want with this person and that person. And most people feel fulfilled when they have their own family unit that they put together that will watch out for them, look out for them. And she's telling the truth. But what the young lady is saying is not for everybody. We don't need another person in order to feel fulfilled. And she's absolutely right. Some of the happiest people in the world are single. Some of the happiest people in the world do whatever in the world they want to do, don't have any strings attached, no children, no nothing. And they keep, but that don't mean that we shouldn't have people like Candace out there telling them that if you do things the Lord's way, trust me, you're going to get a certain bit of satisfaction that you never even realized existed. But when you're just speaking from the periphery of someone who understands single life and you don't even want to dive into biblical principles, then you're going to argue against it. You're going to point out all of your friends who are living the high life, taking all these trips, smashing who they want to smash, making all the money, and you're the best aunt in the world or the best friend in the world because you don't have any attachments. Not realizing that a lot of these people are very, very sad inside. They don't have any connection to anything real. They don't have their own children. They don't have their own partners, somebody that will watch over them for the rest of their lives, somebody who will witness their life and they witness theirs. So a lot of this is a single versus married type of conversation. The young lady is coming from a point of view of, well, I know many people who are happy anyway, and they don't have to be tied to a man, and they don't have to be tied to a marriage, and they don't need children, they don't need a family and all this other stuff. Let me tell you something. Satan can argue against the Lord's principles all day long. And what we will do is we feel like sometimes we're wasting our breath, but we aren't. We aren't. We're doing the Lord's work. Our job is not to convince anybody of anything. It's to simply put God's word out there and have it understood by the people who are supposed to hear it. The Lord said his people will hear him. His sheep will hear him. Other people that are not, they won't. They will completely disregard it and throw it out the window and act like it's nothing. But don't communicate with people. And this is just my little bit of advice. Who am I? I'm 47 years old. I got a little bit of wisdom, but I would just say this. Don't communicate with people to convince them to accept what's real to you. Speak to people with the heart of the Lord. And if they accept it, then they accept it. If they don't, they don't. You still show love to them. You still love on them. You know what I mean? Give them that godly spirit. That's what you're supposed to do. So Candace is really trying to convince this young lady that the Lord's way is the right way. And this young lady is like, well, that's not the world today. America is not all about putting God first. And she will be right. Go on the internet. You will see. You will see all these fights and all these hypersexual videos, and they're getting younger and younger and younger and younger. Hip hop is getting nastier and more deranged. We got country gangster rappers. I'm talking about country people who are out there who would once sing about their dog and their beer and their pickup truck and the American flag. Now they out there rapping about how Susie and Sally got on some Daisy Dukes and twerking in the back of the barn while chewing on hay. Like, it's getting worse. So it's important that we stay out there. We be disciples of the Lord, man. We can't just be as passive anymore. This is what make people hate you, by the way. If you're never hated and you're loved by everyone, you're doing something wrong. Sorry, you're doing something wrong. You can't appease everybody. And that's another reason why people do not like Candace, because she does not stand with everybody on everything. She will go toe to toe with Officer Tatum, and they like best friends off of one issue. So you got to understand, this is just who she is. She is an actual free thinker. Okay, continue. All right. So the young lady pulled out some stats that ended up being true. And they're saying that she whooped Candace's tail in this conversation because she pointed out other countries where women and men were a little happier just being free, just being themselves. What'd she say? Finland? Nordic countries. Hold on one second. She said Finland. It's true that in Finland, Denmark, Iceland, Sweden, and Norway consistently rank highest in the World Happiness Report. In fact, in 2025, they were 1 out of 4 and 7. There was 1 through 4 and 7 in with regard to being the happiest in the world. So my question to y'all is, do y'all seek your own personal happiness? Because you know that's how empires fall, right? When everybody starts to individually seek their own happiness without taking any chances to join forces with other names and other people to create families and then create boundaries and have some integrity and some character. When you start to instill all of that into your life, you lose a little bit of happiness. Why? Because you're growing up, you're becoming an adult. If all of us just decide to do whatever the hell makes us happy, this won't be a country worth bragging about, worth fighting for, worth loving on, any of that. Like, we can go out and just do whatever the hell we want to do. As a matter of fact, when you look at people who are out there getting all of these STDs and getting all of these abortions, let me tell you something. If you were to poll them, to run a poll through all the people who are getting STDs and abortions, they will tell you that they're happy too. They're happy where they are. And when I say where they are, I'm not only talking about location in the world. I'm talking about mentally. I'm talking about spiritually. They are fine with where they are. They are fine with opening their legs for anybody. They're fine with putting their pipe inside of anybody, going to all of the parties, drinking all the liquor, smoking all the weed, or doing any other hard drugs that they're doing because they're having a good time. Like, who doesn't want to have a good time all the time? Then you go and poll them and say, are you happy? You'd be like, yeah, we're happy. We're happy as hell. But when they have to leave this place and they're all burning in hell for eternity, how happy will they be? At some point, guys, we have to trade like the temporary for what's the word I'm looking for? And happy birthday, Andrea. Happy birthday to Andrea. And thank you so much for the birthday wishes for my wife for yesterday and my son for June 28th. I appreciate y'all, man. All right. So, so at the end of the day, these are just if you were to sit across from one of your children who are very intelligent, my children are extremely intelligent, and I was to talk to them about being single versus being married, I'll probably get the same energy. I'll get the same stats thrown at me of happiness, being single, and all this other stuff. Cool. And that's because a lot of them don't fully understand adulthood yet. But at the end of the day, that's why we need to communicate with one another. We can't run away from these conversations. We got to have these conversations. I just don't want you guys to believe that. I don't want you guys to believe that Candace is trash simply because she's saying something that you disagree with right now. I don't want you doing that, because Candace has come through in the clutch with some great information that has provided some excellent content that you all received and shared, and you was appreciative of when it was coming out. But now she's standing against Trump, who is standing with Israel against Iran, or who's standing with America, period, and are trying to do what we got to do to stop everything. All right? And just in case you haven't seen, let's go and touch base on this right here. Got to put this out there. All right. Let's go ahead on to this right here. And if y'all haven't hit the like button, gang, hit the like button for me, please. Hit the like button for me, please. That would be absolutely phenomenal. All right. Just going to show y'all this just for a second. Yeah, I had to show that to you guys. Shout out to Jesse Lee Peterson. Y'all already know what this is, but just in case y'all don't, this is what he always says during July.
Happy White History Month. As of July 1, 2018, we will be celebrating the entire month of July, White History Month. And the reason I picked July, put it there, James.
It just
the reason I picked
white.
July is because white Christian males and female conservative straight men and women of God are very patriotic, and July just fit with white people. 4th of July, vacations, a quiet moment to appreciate the freedom that this great country offers. And so I figured, since white people founded this country and created the Constitution, then why, if we can have Black History Month, they haven't done a thing. The Gay History Month, who have not done anything. The Mexican months and the Indian months and the Japanese month and Chinese month. Why not White History Month? This is their country.
When do we get a Japanese? We got a Japanese and Chinese month. Tell me we don't have a Japanese and Chinese month here in America. I don't think we do. I know that we have a gay pride month because of President Barack Obama. But do we really? Tell me he's lying, bro. We ain't got no daggone Japanese and Chinese month, like Dragon Month.
In months and the Japanese month and Chinese month. Why not White History Month? This is their country. So for the entire month, we're going to be celebrating White History Month of July. So happy White History Month, white folks. This is your country. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the fact that you founded, created one of the greatest countries on this side of heaven. No one else can do this.
This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is called glazing. This is called glazing. Jesse Lee Peterson is meat riding white people. He is holding on to the nutsacks and the teats of white people, and he is glazing. Is he saying anything that's true? Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. There's a lot of truth. Who founded this country? Well, according to history, white people. All right. So he's going to say, I actually like Jesse Lee Peterson. I think that he's hilarious. I think this brother is fearless. I think that the conversations that come from him when he's talking to people on his call-in show, or when he has his face-to-face show in the church that he represents, I believe he's a good dude. I just believe that he meat ride white people way too much. You glaze white people, man. Like, get off their nuts. For real. White people, black people, Asian people, Hispanic people. We're all good people. Jesse Lee Peterson, he meat rides white people. He says that we need more white babies. We do need more white babies. The same way we need more black babies and all other babies that's in the United States. We need to continue to build up people. We need to continue to have more people who love the Lord, who love each other, who has some integrity, some character, who want to help each other. But this brother, he will meat ride a white person like the milky white skin. You know, he sound like, what's the character name from Boondocks that was always trying to be on the white man's side? What was that character from Boondocks' name? Old guy with a crooked eye and everything, was just cussing black people out. He was like the black white supremacist on the Chappelle show. You know, the one that when he found out he was black, somebody told him that he was black, and he was like an old man at this point. Somebody told him that he was black. And what did he do? He divorced his wife for being a nigga lover, an N-word lover. Uncle Ruckus. Thank you, critical thinking. Uncle Ruckus, that's his name. Clayton Bigsby is the name of the character on the Chappelle show, and Uncle Ruckus is the name of the character on the Boondocks. Absolutely hilarious. And just so y'all know, I don't care that Jesse Lee Peterson has these takes and these points of views when it comes to white people. I can care less. I believe that it's necessary. I believe that with all the hate out there, and let me just balance the scale for a moment, just so y'all understand where I'm coming from. With all of the hate and vitriol that is aimed at white people openly, I think it's cool to have somebody with the color of skin that I have that openly shows love to white people. Ain't nothing wrong with that. If we can have all these black people walking around saying, F these white people, these crackers, these this, that, and the other, calling y'all all these names, knowing that they're not going to get in trouble. Why? Because white people laugh at that stuff. You know, white person tripping off that. They're like, okay. You call me a cracker. What's that mean? I don't care about that. I just saw this one video earlier today where this black dude was like, man, why in the world do black people feel like they're going to make a white person upset by calling him a hunky or a cracker or a peckerwood or a redneck when white people just be laughing at you? He said, but one thing you won't call them, don't call a white man a Democrat, because then you're going to have to put your dukes up. You're going to have to fight that man. He's going to be pissed. He's going to whoop your ass. And white men like to wrestle. Black men don't like to wrestle. We just like that one-hitter quitter. We just want to knock you out. We ain't got no plan B after that. We don't do no karate because we count that as cheating. Like, we just want to knock you out. If we miss that first punch, then we try to land it with another punch. No defense whatsoever. It's just all about swinging. Let me tell y'all something. If y'all are past the age of 30, stop fighting. Stop fighting. Okay? Start spreading love more. Start using your words. Communicate a little bit more. Quote some scripture. Fight to defend yourself and only to defend yourself. And if that's the last measure, like if you can't talk yourself out of it, then fight yourself through it. Fight yourself out of it. But the thing is this, it's not even about being able to heal on your face and your body. Although the older we get, the more difficult it is for us to heal. It's about if you land those punches. How many of y'all actually fight? Let me tell you something. If you land a good punch, your fist can become so damn swollen. You can break your wrist. You can break a knuckle. You can break a finger. We are not the same. We are not the same as we was when we were younger. Like you'll land a good punch. The next thing you know, your whole arm be messed up. All because you got to land a punch. Good for you. You feel bad about yourself? And don't let you lose the fight. End up being knocked out and kicked in the head and choked out and robbed. Like, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, man. At some point, we need to grow the hell up. But back to my original point, Jesse Lee Peterson, he's meat riding a white man. He's meat riding. Like White History Month. Thank you so much for everything you do, Mr. White Man.
The greatest country on this side of heaven. No one else can do this. So thank you so much. And I'm showing my appreciation by recognizing your month. Isn't that something? Yes, Jesse, that is something else.
All right. So shout out to all you guys for being a part of this morning Vantage, episode number 54. Now let's talk about the real reason we are here. Elon Musk. Is Elon Musk getting too big for his britches? Is Elon Musk the reason why Trump won the presidency? Because what it's starting to seem like is that he's claiming all the glory. He's claiming all these things right now. All right, so what's big on the internet right now is Elon Musk has a big issue with the big, beautiful bill. A big issue. Elon Musk vows to make sure every member of Congress who campaigned on reducing government spending, but then voted for the big, beautiful bill, he's threatening that they are primaried. Every member of Congress who campaigned on reducing government spending and then immediately voted for the biggest debt increase in history should hang their head in shame. And here's the part right here. Here's the part. And they will lose their primary next year if it is the last thing I do on this earth. He said, and they will lose their primary if this is the last thing I do on this earth. How is he able to promise that? How is he able to promise that? First of all, Elon, brother, you was on stage partying with Trump. You was on stage, one of the biggest supporters that he had. You made sure that MAGA had a space to speak freely about what was going on in this country. And I'm sure people are greatly appreciative of that. But bro, they're not giving you credit for this. Me, I said that he's one of the big reasons why Trump won, because of the space to communicate freely. You guys say, nope, you not the biggest one. You ain't got nothing to do with Trump winning and this, that, and the other. I call cap on that. I argue with any of you on that. I argue with any one of you on that. I think that him purchasing X was huge for Trump winning, because then a whole bunch of information could come out. We can actually have conversations and we can dispute any claims that came from the left immediately and provide better information that they automatically called misinformation because they didn't want to address it. They just wanted to put it out and just censor it. But regardless of him creating a space for people to be able to communicate freely, bro, you are not the reason. You are not the reason why people went out there and voted for him. If anything, you became a huge distraction. And now because you don't like what's in that bill. You are trying to bully your way. You're trying to get people to do exactly what you want them to do. He's outwardly telling people that if you don't vote the way I want you to vote, I will make sure that you are primaried. My money is long, and I'm about to show you better than I can tell you. How do y'all feel about that, man? Nah, seriously, how do y'all feel about that? Do you think that he has a right to communicate that way, or do you think that he's out of his realm? He's a little outside of his realm right now. Let me see. Wasn't Elon Trump's biggest donor? And yes, buying X opens a lot of doors. I agree. Elon helped with the landslide, not the win. Okay, I agree. I think Trump would have won anyway, but Elon did help. Danielle, I can't say I agree with that. If Elon did not purchase X, Trump would not have won. I argued that with any of you. Because where else would you guys have been able to communicate your message? Not on YouTube, not on Facebook, not on Instagram, that's also owned by Meta. Not on Truth Social, because the only people that was listening on Truth Social were the echo chamber of people that love Trump. There was really no opposition over there to listen. It wasn't that equal. It wasn't an equal playing field. A lot of people were on Twitter already, and X decided not to censor you guys the same way that Twitter once did. And a lot of older reports like the Hunter Biden files and anything new that came out about the current sitting president, well, the last sitting president, which was Biden and his family, or Kamala and her family, was allowed. In the old Twitter, that information would not have been allowed. So I honestly believe that Elon purchasing X and purchasing Twitter and calling it X and allowing people to actually have open dialogue, no matter which way it went, I believe that that really helped. That's just my opinion. But thank you, Danielle. I appreciate you. Let me see here. Trump won when they tried to kill him. Elon had nothing to do with it. Okay. Elon, I think, helped prevent cheating. Okay. Something I don't want you guys to do. I don't want you to just completely dismiss all that Elon has helped with. I don't want y'all to dismiss that. I also don't want Elon to have such a big head and thinking that he is like an MVP. You're a most valuable player. Elon, brother, you are a donor just like everybody else. You are a resource just like anybody else. You are not a decision maker. You are not Trump's right-hand man. Maybe you thought you was that. It's honestly like Elon was thinking that he had more pull than he actually had. You know, like if you start a business with a friend or if you're in a relationship with somebody and they believe that they have more sway over your life than anything, like you need to stop talking to that friend because I don't like the way they out there moving. And you continue to talk to that friend and they decide to leave you. They decide to break up with you in the marriage, in the engagement. And you're like, yo, this is my friendship right here. It ain't got nothing to do with you. Like, fall back, relax. What I'm doing over here ain't got nothing to do with you and I over here on this side. Elon Musk seems to be throwing a tantrum because he can't get his way. But my question to you all is his reason for throwing a tantrum a good reason or not? Is his reason for throwing a tantrum a good reason? We currently have, we're currently $36 trillion in debt. 36 trillion. And from his business mind, he don't see how that's going to benefit the American dollar. And he's trying to communicate that to you guys, and nobody's really listening. Now, Tommy, shout out to Tommy Lauren. She said, but Elon still wants his EV subsidies. So make that make sense. Yeah, he gonna still want his stuff. Why wouldn't he? Who said 48 trillion? No, it's not, Shane. It's 36. It's 48. No, it's not. Is Shane lying? I think Shane lying. You lying, bro. So he don't want to get rid of his EV subsidies. Elon Musk doesn't have nearly the influence he thinks he has politically. He's delusional because he thinks he won the election for Trump. And in reality, that's not remotely true. All he's going to do is crash Tesla stock, lose his government contracts, and probably get thrown in jail. The Republicans won't put him in jail. Democrats will. But the Republicans just won't lift a finger to stop them. Elon Musk was a Democrat all along. People forget this. Elon Musk is playing with fire. Okay. Net interest payment account for 18% of the budget. The BBB skips over the, okay, I'm not looking into that. Let me see here. I have a question for you guys, and this is for MAGA. This is for MAGA. Yeah, he said 48 trillion, bro. It's 36. It was never at 48 trillion, bro. Nah, I'm not believing that. Ain't nowhere in the world. Ain't nowhere in the world. I have a question for you guys. Are you all MAGA meat riders? Are y'all Trump meat riders? Or do y'all have the complete opposite of Trump derangement syndrome? Meaning that Trump can never do anything wrong? Will you ever call him out for anything that he does? If he makes a decision that will bankrupt our country or potentially bankrupt our country, what will it take before you start speaking up against him? Just in that. Like, I get that we want to trust our president 100%, and we believe that he can do no wrong. He's going to do better than the last administration. Let me tell you something. That's a low bar. It's an extremely low bar. But what happens with the debt ceiling will impact our country for a long time. My question to you all is, what will it take for you all to be to objectively criticize our president on the decisions that he's making that impacts us all? Because that's something that's scary to me. I don't want to stand by anybody who's just going to say, well, if the president said it, I'm with it. I know it don't look good. I know it's going to do bad for our country. I get it. It's going to raise the debt ceiling super high. But the president said it. I'm with it. He's a good guy. I trust him. I agree with him. Sometimes the writing is on the wall to put your information out there, to express yourself, to do your own due diligence, to do your own deep dive. Trump has never let me down. Okay. Okay. Danielle says she trusts in God, not any person. Not any man. J.R. Rogers, I don't agree with keeping all the illegal immigrants and on farms and hospitality. They didn't have problems 4 years ago. So why now? See, he's a businessman. He's always looking for the money. Hold on one second. So that being said, if he's always looking for the money, how come he's doing things to increase our debt ceiling? And I know it takes money to make money, but how are we going to get that money back, and how are we going to lower the debt ceiling? Through the big, beautiful bill. I want somebody who fully understands this big, beautiful bill to tell me within the next 4 years, next 3 years, what part of that bill is going to drop our debt ceiling? Because that's the issue that Elon has. That's the issue that Elon has. I want him to make some money too. He's a businessman. I'm always speaking up for him. Y'all said y'all wanted a bully. Y'all got one. Y'all said y'all wanted a man in office. You got one. You said you wanted somebody who understands business. You got one. You said you want somebody who's a patriot and love this country. You got one. Now, when he makes decisions, what exactly are we going to do? We're going to stand by him? Are we going to stand by him regardless if he's right or wrong? Are we going to hold him to account or what? Don't know if y'all remember, but I said that on this channel, we will try, at least attempt, to hold him accountable for the decisions that he makes while in office. All right. Let's see. Yeah. Nobody should hate Trump either, by the way. I don't think we should hate Trump. I don't think there should be any treasonous talks with regard to our president at all. Like when Candace said that you guys should just be dishonorably discharged, or just honorably discharged from the military, so that you not have to do this, that, and the third. I don't believe in that at all. Let me see. It has taken us decades to get in this financial mess. It would not be solved in 4 years' time. People are too short-minded, too short-sighted. I got you on that. But what exactly in the big, beautiful bill is going to drop the debt ceiling is what I asked. He has to make a mistake first. In 2026, that bill will have $1 trillion in interest alone. If we don't hold Trump accountable, we become just like the Democrats that we fuss about, who lack accountability. Being honest doesn't mean jumping ship, just means being honest. So yeah, I'm not really seeing anything. Y'all not see? Yeah, I was hoping y'all would save the day and give me some real information that will, that would be the blessing that I need to see. All right, one last thing, guys. Did y'all know that President Trump was briefed about a tall white hybrid tall white hybrid aliens, saying that we actually have aliens in this country. Are y'all aware of that? He was told that there's Greys and Nordic aliens in our country. Check this out, just in case y'all haven't. And thank you again for clicking on the Morning Vantage. Also, guys, before we even check this out, I want to say this. If you're looking to do content creation and you want me to produce your videos personally, reach out to me with the word VIP. All right? It's fun. It's one-on-one, and we have a good time. And plus, I give you all the secrets to content creation. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and check this out. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, man.
That the Nordic people or the Nordic aliens are like a few hundred years more advanced than we are, but they're not super advanced. They're not like, he said the Greys, whatever is sending the Greys is extremely advanced, like thousands and thousands of years more advanced than us, because it's doing all the anti-gravity stuff, all crazy, all this crazy stuff that's very highly advanced. And a lot of it is what he says with the Greys is psionic. So they basically don't have physical interfaces. They're using their mind, and that there's an interface that picks up thought, and then that and that's how they operate these vehicles, is out of psionic. But the Nordic people somewhat resemble humans, and they have been experimenting with crossbreeding with humans. And he says some of them, that there are aliens that are crossbreeds living in the world. And I asked him, I go, okay, do they know that they're a crossbreed, or do they, like, how would you know that they are a crossbreed? And he didn't have an answer for that. Like he didn't know if they knew what, but he said that the briefings he's had talked about them. And he said when Trump was briefed on this topic, because Trump finally had a briefing, and he was in the middle of impeachment, like he was in the middle of being impeached. So he's going through that. And then he had like this existential briefing that just kind of rocked his worldview. He joked in the briefing, whenever they said that there are these half breeds, he joked that Adam Schiff must be one of them. And so, yeah, Nifty Schiff is an alien, half breed.
I mean, I could see him being.
If y'all think we're walking this world alone, y'all crazy. Are they making this whole thing up? Possibly. Maybe. They have a lot of things to talk about. They're doing a lot of research. A lot of this could be true. And all of us would just throw it off like it ain't nothing. Think about this. For all of you guys who are 30 and over, think about all of the movies we came up on watching that we enjoyed. All of them are coming true. Even the Terminator. All of them are coming true. So I'm just saying, keep your minds open. You never know what's going on out there. You never know what's going on out there. Now, Satan, I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. Oh. All right. This was a good one, man. I appreciate y'all always pulling up and being a part of the Morning Vantage. Thank y'all so much for being a part of LFR family. Do me a favor, hit your notification bells if you're still here. And if you are subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, unsubscribe and then subscribe again. That will be helpful, because the next time I go live, you will be notified immediately if you're not already in my Discord. Okay. Some flaky things have been happening, and we're trying to correct the ship. We're trying to, do what we're supposed to do to make sure things work the right way. Content creation is amazing, but you still have to deal with the politics of the program, the platforms that you're on, because they all have their own community guidelines. On Instagram, I'm in trouble. On Facebook, I'm in trouble. On TikTok, I'm in trouble. On YouTube, I'm in trouble. So obviously, it's just me. I'm the common denominator. So I need to play by their rules a little more. That's it. All right. Real quick, if you ever want to grow a following, consider doing reactions. Consider doing reactions. All right. React to people or acts that already get billions of views. And just count that you'll get like a percentage of those views. React to those and do them daily. Try to do one video per day. It's easy to do, I promise you. And if you don't know how to bring the videos on the screen while you're doing your reactions and your reviews, use StreamYard. Go to StreamYard.com and start a free account with StreamYard. Don't pay for anything until your channel starts to pay you. It works. This is something that I tell to all of my people anyway. And no, critical thinking, that's ridiculous, bro. He said, is reactions meat riding? No, it's sharing content of your favorite artists, your favorite creators. How often do you see a nice reel that you enjoy and then you share it or you repost it? Are you meat riding then? No, you're showing appreciation. Don't be a dick. Is it meat riding? But if y'all want to grow your YouTube channels, start a reaction channel. I promise you. Start a reaction channel. If you want to know the exact content to do the reactions to and the schedule to release those, reach out to me so I can coach you either through VIP 101 or through the coaching group. You get that. Only way you can get access to that is through the YouTube course that's in the description. It's the very first link. Okay. But if you want to do content creation, I don't care how old you are. If you do reactions, you're going to see your numbers start to grow. Think about it this way. A lot of these artists, they get billions of views, billions. Do you guys listen to Tom McDonald at all? Tom McDonald gets billions of views. I'm just a content creator and I got almost 400 million views on this channel, 400 million. And all I do is react. Critical thinking said, isn't that meat riding? Bro, are you calling me a meat rider? Because we can talk about each other and then I'm going to go directly to your mama. I'm going to start talking about your mama. I'm just letting you know. No disrespect. And hopefully you don't get offended. But whenever I talk about anybody, I go straight to their mama. I'm just saying. That's just how I go. All right. So if y'all want to start doing some content creation, y'all start doing some reactions, man. All right. For real. Queen Bee's Art Hive. How many of you guys have gotten the course? If you haven't gotten the course yet, go get it. Because I promise you, by the end of this week, the price is going to go up. I'm changing the price only because I was supposed to Ben change the price. I said I was going to change it when 100 people got the course. We're way past 100 people now. All right. I just haven't gotten to changing it because, well, I don't want people spending too much money. And I was just being lazy. But that's about to change. But StreamYard.com is very free. All right. It's going to have the duck, their logo watermarked on all of the videos if it's free. And you're not going to get as many hours of storage that you would if you had a paid plan. But starting out as a content creator, you don't need a paid plan. You just need the free storage. And as a matter of fact, every video that you record through StreamYard is not going to save on your computer. So you don't even need no powerful computer in order to do it. It saves directly to StreamYard's cloud. And then you can extract it from there. Or if you have editors or someone you're working alongside, you can make them an administrator or a member, and they can pull it from your StreamYard for you, edit it, and upload it back up to your YouTube channel as well. It's very easy to do. Very easy. So I want y'all to go to the descriptions, get the descriptions under my video on YouTube. All right. Get the YouTube course. Watch the videos that I put out there. There's only like 30 videos, me explaining how to do certain things, all right, how to set up your channel and all that. The basics. You can finish that in a couple of days, if not a day. All right. Join our Facebook group, which is private, only for the people that got the course. And then you can become a part of our group calls that we have throughout the course of the week, which are the most helpful. You meet the best people in the world in these groups. I promise you. And you get exactly what you paid for. All right. If you are making a little bit more money than most people, and you want to have the experience of having a content creator who already has 1 million views, a million subscribers, produce your videos for you. While I'm in the room, I'm telling you exactly what to watch. I'm controlling your computer from my side of the screen, and my editors and my thumbnail creators are the ones that's taking care of all of your content. Then reach out to me with VIP. That right there is for the people who just, you want to do things the smooth way, while at the same time I teach you how to play the game of content creation. If you are at a position right now, you feel like you're too old, or you're not handsome enough, or not beautiful enough to do content creation, you're lying to yourself. You're lying to yourself. We all have a gift and talent that this world need to have. Why? Because we are the light in the darkness of this world. All right? We are not trying to be of the world. We're trying to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. But if we are filled with God's scripture and his biblical principles, it's our responsibility to put it back out there to other people, period. Period. I've already said my prayer. I said, dear Lord, give me the wisdom to do the thing you put me on this earth to do in a way that pleases you, and serve the people you will have me to serve. This is part of it. This is part of my purpose right here. I started this channel under the guise of teaching other people how to start channels. Believe it. It's called likes, follows, and retweets. That's what LFR family mean. It was the currency back in those days when we had channels that were like Vine, before TikTok even started. I said, you know what? I'm gonna set along this journey. I'm gonna learn how to do all of this stuff, and then I'm gonna teach people how to get the same currency that I got, which ended up changing my life, ended up allowing me to retire from my job, my good government job that I had for 17 years. And now I'm just showing other people how to do it. Now there are content creators out there that you watch on a daily basis who I have coached. I've just brain dumped into them what I know, and now they're doing their thing. They're soaring. They're doing some amazing things. Not because of who I am, but because of who God is. We're going to connect with our people regardless. So one thing that I did was I set out to try to figure out how to get people likes, follows, and retweets. And I figured it out. And now I'm giving people the keys on how to get likes, follows, and retweets. Why is that even important? If you're 50, 60, 40, 30, it does not matter. First of all, you're leaving a legacy for your kids and your kids' kids. They're going to be able to look online and see grandma and granddad doing some crazy, wild things, probably checking out music, movies, learning things about the world, politics, whatever the case may be. Religion, it does not matter. But they're going to see you in your unapologetic state, giving your point of views, and they're going to appreciate it. And then imagine doing this at an extremely high level. You're being coached by somebody who already has over 360 million views on their channel, who already has more than 1 million subscribers, who's already made more than $1 million throughout the course of my YouTube career, and has coached other people to do crazy things as well. We have a phenomenal resume. All right. I didn't think I was capable of doing this, but I'm not doing anything. All I'm doing is being obedient. I set out to do this, and now I'm doing what I set out to do, which is show people exactly how to get the current currency, which is blowing up on the internet. Everything is internet now. You can't continue to have that excuse that I don't know how to edit. I don't understand the internet. I don't understand AI. You better spend some time to chat with Chat GPT. Spend some time with Grok, Claude.ai, Perplexity, Notion, Simplicity, you name it. Spend some time with it. Start training your robots. And also put your likeness out there. And if you want to create content and you don't want to show your face, reach out to me so I can show you exactly how to do that. You don't have to have your face on the screen. People don't have to know who you are. But guess what? You're not that important. We're only important when we're together. We're not that important separately. We really aren't. We're doing the Lord's work. A lot of times people don't jump out there or dip their toe in the water is because they think people are going to judge them. I don't want my family or my friends to see this. Who gives a damn about you? Your family and friends ain't thinking about you. They not asking you how you feel about how they make their money. Are they? None of them are asking you for your permission to do whatever they're doing on a daily basis. So why should you care about what they decide to do? When your family and friends catch up to what you're doing, you're going to already be blown up on the internet. You're going to already have followers and subscribers. You're going to already be making money, or in the process of it, you're going to already have your own brand. You're going to have people purchasing shirts and mugs and things that you create digitally. I'm trying to show people exactly how to do what I set out to show people exactly how to do, which is do this internet thing. So it's time for y'all to do it. You've been dragging your ass for a long time. You've been making excuse after excuse after excuse for a long time. Now, I usually don't work with people unless they have skin in the game. That's the only reason why I created the coaching program. That's the only reason why I created it. And I lowered my prices a lot after I created a course. I lowered my prices a lot after I created a private space in our Facebook group. This is not really about the money. I mean, it is. I'm trying to build up a legacy and a brand. You know how when you go to a music studio, say you write music, right? And you're looking for somebody to give you the best beat that you can put on your put your music on, right? Or you want them to create something from scratch that revolves around who you are and what you're writing, or you want to sit there with them and create with them. Well, when you go to a production studio, that costs, and they're going to produce something for you that may or may not grow legs and do anything. I am producing people's content for them, and they are learning a poop ton. And then if you don't even go that far with VIP, you can be in the coaching group and learn everything that you possibly want to learn, man. We got some amazing people. I'm not going to name drop, but we got some amazing people inside of the group chat who will help you out with anything. All because they love to help people. They're just good people. So yeah, at the end of the rate, guys, at the end of the day, I would love to work with you guys. If you know anybody who's trying to get into content creation, have them reach out to me. If you know anybody who can afford to hire a VIP to produce their videos for them and have a machine behind them, then tell them to reach out to me with VIP and we can rap. Not everybody can do that. All right? Not everybody can do that, but some people can. So if you know somebody who does it, let them know. And also, if they become a VIP and they tell me that you sent them, you will get 10% of whatever they pay to become VIP. We just now had a guy last month, a little less than a month ago, from our group calls. He purchased the course. He's inside of the group. He has his own channel. His channel is doing very well. He's a young business guy himself. He didn't need social media. He just wanted to figure out the right way to do it. Like one or two things. Most people that hire me or join my coaching group, they only need one or two things, just a couple of keys. That's it. And I let people know all the time, I'm not Sean Canal, from Think Media. I'm not Nick Nimmons. I'm not Roberto Blake. I'm not Alex Hormozy. I'm not Myron Golden. I'm not this guy that's just giving people these major keys that's just completely changed their life in an instant. What I do is tell people exactly what I've been doing for the last 5.5 years, full time. And I compress, I bring their timeline of success from years to months. That's it. I save you the heartache of actually going out there and learning it yourself. Because when you go onto YouTube, you don't know what to search. A lot of times people just want answers. But what they don't realize is that it's the questions that are most important. How can people know what questions to ask if they've never been in the field? That's where I come in. I give them those questions. I give them the answers to the questions that they don't even know that they need answers to. And then it's off to the races. We're doing some amazing things together. Just saying. So if you want to learn anything, there's a bunch of people out here you can learn it from. As a matter of fact, you don't even need a coach. You don't even need a coach. Becoming my client would definitely put you in a better situation, but you don't even need a coach. This is what you do. Anything that you want to know how to do, you go onto YouTube and you type in that question, the thing that you want to do. I want to create a channel. How to create a channel and put for dummies at the end of it. Or how to create a channel, 101. And there will be a bunch of people who will pull up with videos showing you exactly how to do them. Here's the thing. Don't watch the video unless you're ready to do the work while you're watching the video. By the time you're done watching those videos, make sure the work is done. So if you're watching a video on how to create a thumbnail, I want you to be creating that thumbnail while you're watching the video. So if they're telling you to go to Canva and do this and do this and do that and do this, you need to have on a separate screen or a separate device that video that's telling you to do these things, and you need to actually be doing it while it's teaching you. If it's telling you to set up a channel, create your banner, create your thumbnail, create your avatar, if it's telling you all those things, do it while you are watching the video. Social media is not difficult, but I'm going to let you know something. Social media is bringing people home from their jobs early. Social media is retiring people, young, old, you name it. And it's not about getting in front of a camera and dancing or coming up with this beautiful script that only you can write. And it's like this, everything's perfect about your content. Here's the thing about content creation that people won't ever tell you. Authenticity means something. People don't want to see you all perfect behind the screen. They want to see you being yourself. People need to be communicated to with the information that you actually have, rather than trying to sound like someone else. F everybody else. Throughout the course of your life, you have learned so many things. You've had some highs, some lows. You've had some accomplishments, some failures. It's the failures that we learn from. It's the failures that you need to explain to these people. I made one turn after my failure. My failure was this. You be as descriptive as possible, and you let them know how you got out of that failure. And I promise you, with the 7.3 billion people in this world, there will be 7 million people who will want to know about what you got going on. You probably only get 7 clicks at first, but that's only because YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, no matter what platform you're on, they want to know if you're serious, if you're going to consistently put out this information. If you're not going to consistently feed a base, they're not going to consistently suggest your channel, because they want to make money too. They want to put ads on your content. They want to make sure that you're going to be about this. That's why on YouTube, when you reach monetization, they don't call you a paid content creator. They call you a partner. You're now a partner of Google's. You're helping them make money, and they're giving you money back in the back end. They're giving you a platform, and you're putting your business out there. You're putting your coaching services out there. You're putting your book out there that you may have written. And if you don't know how to write a book, I can teach you how to do that in a couple of minutes. Just saying, you got people like Candace that makes millions. Officer Tatum making millions. Black conservative perspective, millions. You name it, you can go down the line. You go back like 4 or 5 years, these guys was in regular jobs doing their thing. And then they realized that their opinion was valuable. But it's not only about your opinion, it's about you being authentic and being willing to learn. One thing about me that helped me gain subscribers, but equally, unfortunately, made me lose subscribers is that I'm authentic. It's easier to be me than it is to be anybody else. I can't be anybody else. I can only be myself. Do I embarrass my wife? Yes, on a daily basis. She has to get over it. Do I embarrass my kids? Probably. Am I happy with the content that I create? Absolutely. Do I walk away with a smile on my face, feeling that I might have done something positive that could lead somebody to Christ? Yes, on a daily basis. That's what makes me feel good. I was just now in a really rough spot, And I reached out to one of my clients who helped me out immediately. Let me tell you something. God knows what he's doing. If you are listening to me right now, God brought us together to talk to each other, to plan, to be there for one another. Just consider one another's sides. My life is not yours. Yours is not mine. I don't know your upbringing, but mine was pretty rough. But guess what? Every single one of us have our lot. Nobody's life is perfect. Nobody look perfect, sound perfect, move perfect, do great things all the time. We have all fallen short of the glory of God. We were all born in sin, shaped in iniquity. You know that. But when it's time for us to do something great, we are the ones that hold ourselves back. And that's when you need an accountability partner. That's when you need somebody who believes in you just as much as you believe in yourself, or even more. This world is dark enough. It's mean. We can't do this world's job for them. We need to be nice. We need to be loving to ourselves. We need to be empowering and encouraging to ourselves. And that's something that I try to do with the people I coach. I've said many times on my videos, I'm not a guru or none of that stuff. On some things I am. Some things I am a guru. Self-proclaimed. I'm not going to say what those things are. But some things I know my stuff. I know my sugar, honey, iced tea when it comes to some stuff. All right? And I want to make sure that I give as many people whatever information I may have for as long as enough for all the time that I have here on earth. All right? So again, I set out to create this channel. Go look at my About Me. If you want to understand who I am, I have the same write-up on my YouTube channel ever since I started. My About Me says the same thing. Let me go to it just so you can see what I'm talking about. Just real quick. It ain't gonna be nothing. Hold on one second. LFR family. Let me see here. Let me share this right quick with you guys, just so you can see for yourself. All right. So here's my channel right here. Look at my About Me. It's right there on the front of my channel. Go and look for it whenever at your leisure. And it says more right here on the main write up. Hit more. It says, "This is my ministry in every way possible. I'm trying to spread joy, laughs, and love through reactions, reviews, skits, podcasts, and just sharing our world with you all. Follow LFR Family on all platforms and see for yourself." This is my ministry, bro. And your channel will be yours. Your channel will certainly be your ministry. All right. So that being said, he said LeBron. So, hey, don't say nothing. Don't say nothing about LeBron. Watch the Vans Larry Bird reactions. He's a LeBron lover. Yes, I'm not a LeBron lover. I just appreciate LeBron James' legacy. He did a damn good job while playing ball and raising his family at the same time, and finding and turning his friends, his lifelong friends, into millionaires with actual careers. He took everybody with him. How could you not love that? When we talk about other greats like Michael Jordan's, Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, Kobe, they don't have that same story. They don't have that story. They didn't fall for their high school sweetheart and raise a family with them, and then bring all of their friends along with them, and their marriages actually worked throughout their career while at the same time achieving greatness in their field. Yeah, that's where I come from. I look at everything. But all of the other silly stuff that LeBron does in his life, I'm not with it. Him talking about ain't no party like a Diddy party. Come on, bro. You doing gay stuff with Diddy and this with baby oils and stuff. I'm not with that. I'm not with that. Nah, not at all. You go ahead and do your thing on that. You can have that part. Him flopping this new age of NBA. This dude, the biggest guy on the floor. And when somebody brush up against his jersey, he ref. Nah, that's all a play now. That's all a play. That's something that the NBA allows. It's like lawyers being able to lie in court to win. I don't understand that, but they're able to. Same thing with the NBA. Same thing with soccer. Same thing with football. Same thing with every sport you can think of. Everyone tries to cheat when the refs or officials are not looking. Same thing they do in the NBA. It's no different. But yeah, so LeBron James is better than your GOAT all around. All around. Okay? See, people don't like to get in conversations with me about nothing. I'll tell you something, bro. I will cook you. I will cook you. All right, so again, guys, if you know anybody who can afford to hire a VIP, someone to produce their videos from beginning to end, while I'm on the screen, while we're in our one-on-one sessions, and then those videos get produced, edited, uploaded to your channel, and squared away, you tell them to reach out to me. If we close, you'll get 10% of whatever it is they pay to become a VIP. All right? Just saying, that actually works. Also, if you're just looking to learn how to do content creation and you don't even have a lot, you're like, man, I'm scraping nickels right now. Let me tell you something. This coaching group is definitely worth it. It's not a whole lot, at least for this week. But that's about to change too. Okay. I've done a lot of talking about my coaching, about who I am and everything. Yeah. If you would like to ask me any questions privately, reach out to me via email. My email is in my descriptions under my YouTube video. All right. And if you're on X watching this, DM me the word coach or the word VIP, and we can move from there. All right. Because right now I got 300 people on X and 300 people on YouTube right now. I believe that's the count. All right. I want y'all to reach out to me so I can help y'all out. Yeah. Oh, and thank you, Renee. Here's my email address. Renee is dope. Renee is dope. I would tell y'all a little bit about Renee, but I'm not. I'll let her tell y'all about her when you join the coaching group. When you join the coaching group and you get to meet Renee and you get to have a conversation with her, you get to understand who she is as a person and the fact that she has so many talents, such a beautiful spirit. Much love to her. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you. All right, guys. That's been fun. I appreciate you. Hopefully I hear from you guys. If I don't, it's all good. I love you like a play cousin. I'll see you on the next one. Y'all have an amazing day. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.